Hello and welcome to a video tutorial where we show you how to create a cost calculator for a use case. In this use case, we received a message from a customer asking us, can you help us build this cost calculator under these conditions? I took a look at the requests and I noticed that this is a very straightforward cost calculator. It's a straightforward product or service calculator, which is exactly what Stylish Cost Calculator is built for. It's built for straightforward pricing. So in this example, the user says the customer will enter a square footage between 0 and 250. It can either be square footage, or if you're in Europe or Canada or anywhere else in the world, it would be square meters. There's an economy, a standard, and a premium. So for example, if the person does 100 square feet and they select the economy, then obviously it's going to be 100 times 3, which is this. This is a very straightforward, this is exactly what Stylish Cost Calculator excels at. So we're going to show you how to build it. You can head over to our website at stylishcostcalculator.com and simply click on the Try Calculator Builder. When you click on this, it's going to ask you for your details, and it's going to send you a link by email where you can access the playground. The playground is this website here. Once you're in the playground and you've been granted the access, you're going to be presented with this screen, and you can go over to Stylish Cost Calculator and click Add New. Now, you can either install the free version on your website, or you can go over to our website. I'll show you the link, which is here, which is the secpremiumdemo.com, which is a website that gives you access to the premium version as a test. If you install the free version on your website, the problem with that is you're not going to have the premium features. So by going to the playground, which is by clicking this button here, I would recommend starting with the AI-powered setup. So you're selling a service, more or less, even though it's kind of like a product, but not really. It's a service. So I would go ahead and start with that. We're going to make up an arbitrary name here. I'm not sure what this is. This is maybe a flooring company. So I'm going to put Tom's Flooring Company. And it says, describe your business in 3 sentences. Actually, you know what? We're going to copy and paste this. This is an AI here that's going to be, if you tell it the who, what, where, why, how, and how much, it's just going to build it for you, or not build it for you, but you'll see it's pretty close to building it for you. The cost is straightforward. You're not giving a discount. If you want to say buy more than 250 square feet, then you're going to get a discount. You could click that. And that's more or less it. They don't charge any setup fees, admin fees, or shipping fees. So we're going to do straightforward. And there's not much other features that they need. So you can just go ahead and keep pressing finish. And it's going to build you at least a blank calculator for now. In the future, the AI feature will actually build the entire calculator for you. But for now, the AI will digest your information, take the AI is a custom trained model on Stylish Cost Calculator, so it knows our structure, and then it spits out the step-by-step guide. It even does a checklist. So there's only one item on this checklist, which is a slider. And this item will get checked off when you're finished building the slider. Now, if I was to redo this setup wizard, okay, and if I was to click something like bulk pricing, for example, no, let's do a mandatory minimum fee, okay? Let's say we only deal with customers who want to spend at least $1,000 or more. Let's just say that. We click on minimum total, and we would redo this setup wizard based on that new setup thing, and it would spit out a slightly different result. And now you'll notice here under the wizard checklist that now it's showing us that we have to apply a minimum total. Now, these here are just little checklist items that will get checked off as you do it. But for now, For now, just do the step-by-step guide, and by doing this guide here, the other checklist will happen automatically. I'll show you what I mean. The first thing it wants us to do is to name the cost calculator. So we're going to go here and just copy and paste exactly what was here, okay? It's a floor tile cost calculator. Then it says that it wants us to add a slider, which is going to be the square footage. So we are going to go ahead and do that. So we click on add element and we click on add slider. And this is the title that it wants us to give. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to go from 0 to 250. But it says here for the pricing mode that we want quantity modifier only. So we got to go here and select this because this is what the AI is telling us. In this mode, we can disregard the price because the slider is acting now as a quantity multiplier. It's not acting as a per unit cost. Now it wants us to build a drop-down menu, which the cost calculator already came with a blank one. So we're going to go ahead and copy this into here. We already have a default item. So we're going to name it economy. And it's going to be $3 per square foot. And we can add just a description, maybe if we want. We can go ahead and duplicate this and do it for standard. Now it's standard, and standard is, guess what? It's $5 or €5, whatever. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add one more, and we're gonna make it $7 for the premium. Okay, and I am going to make the standard a default so that when the calculator loads, it default selects the standard. Now, boom, we have choose your tile type and we have our 3 items and we have our slider. So let's minimize the AI wizard. Thank you, Mr. Wizard. And let's see if this works so far. It didn't give us a section title or description. For now, we can actually just go ahead and delete this and just press the check mark button and press save. And let's see our changes. And it's just going to get rid of that section that was there, okay? Now, she said in the example that 100 is supposed to cost, I forget what she said. If the person selects the economy at 100, it should be that. So we click on economy and boom, look, 300. So it's behaving exactly what we wanted to. Now, this is in square foot, right? You might want to add a quantity box there because this number, if you want to pick it between 1 and 10,000, is going to get quite big. So I would recommend going to advanced options and adding an input box to the slider. I don't want to convert it to the input box. I just want to add an input box. So now if we look at our changes, we're going to get this cute little input box right here. What I like about that is if I wanted to just put in 225, I can click there and it will automatically put 225. I prefer that. I think this is better. And I also find that if you go to calculator settings and you go into block mode for the styling, it tends to give a better result in my opinion, because what it does is it places the title above it and then gives you the slider below it. I prefer this mode, but every business to their own. So now we can go ahead and select 100. And if we go to economy, boom, look at that, 300. Click on the detail list. It's nice. It's the economy. We got the amount of square foot. We have 1,000 square feet. It doesn't cost anything because this is just it's just a quantity selector at the end of the day. But what we are doing is we're buying economy at $3 a square foot. I would probably even add the square foot in the name. So I would go like this. I think this would look better personally instead of adding it as a description. And this is it's a tile, right? So it's like a measurement. So maybe if we type in the word measurement, maybe we'll find some kind of icon that is like about measuring. Tape. Here it is. This is measuring tape. Look, we just found a cute little icon. So now if we press save, this choose your tile type should have the cute little icon. There it is. Choose your tile type. Oh, actually, I put it should have been there and not there. Anyways, not a big deal. Now if you click on here, we have the standard, but if we pick the economy and we pick detail list, it has the $3 per square foot. So we only have 1 square foot and we're only paying $3. Remember when we were talking about the checklists? Now our slider has a cute little check mark saying that we went ahead and satisfied that option. But the minimum total hasn't been satisfied yet, right? If we look down here, it doesn't give us, this doesn't tell us yet how to do the settings. But if you go into settings and just type in the word minimum, oh, look, minimum total. And it brings us down to that feature. So we want our minimum total to be, let's say, $100. Therefore, when we click save, and we only have a minimum total of $100 or less than $100, let's say we do only 16 square feet, it tells us like, hey, you need $100 or more or you can't continue. The minimum total is a really cool feature. It gives you other options as well. For example, yes, it's $100 minimum, but also maybe you can do it where you show the note, you show the notice, but you disable the user buttons. That's kind of cool because then if you look here, if you're below that minimum total, let's just let it reset. If you see now those user action buttons right here are no longer being displayed. So if I go like this and then boom, once we're above that minimum total, we satisfy the amount. Now the user action buttons have become available. I hope you found this tutorial very useful. The AI-powered wizard can help you with your setup. It can also help you with an element suggester. So what I mean by that is with this particular use example, let's say we're like, oh, we want to give a 10% discount if the person pays more than $1,000. We can say that I want to give a 10% discount for the calculator when the calculator total is above $8,000. Okay, so we go ahead and send that. And the AI does its thing and it says you have to use the custom math element. Would you like the discount to be applied automatically or when the user clicks on a checkbox? We're going to say automatically. Okay, so then we're chatting back and forth with Mr. AI here. And it says, great, this is what you do. You add a custom math element, you do a subtraction, and then, oh, look, you have to add a custom logic. So I go here, I click on the custom math because it's telling us to add custom math. I want to do subtraction. I want to do 10%. So I think we have to go here and minus 10%. And then it's saying here that we need conditional logic. So we go to conditional logic, and we do it if the calculator price is above 1,000, so greater than $1,000. Cool. We press save. Now let's take a look to see what this looks like. Let's go ahead and reset the screen here. So now we need over $100. We go here, we're $365. We don't get the discount yet, as you can see, but when we're above $1,000, oh, look, we're above $1,000. We go here and let's take a look. We have to press, I think we might have to refresh the calculator. Let's go do a refresh.